cost accounting. That means how much the person is valuable for the company. So if feasibility is not there, they cannot achieve the objectives. So what exactly these management by objectives are? 360-degree feedback is a multi-dimensional performance appraisal method. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for the second session of the fourth chapter, Performance Appraisal Method. In the last session, I told you about the techniques and the methods of performance appraisal, that is the modern methods which we have gone through. A quick recall what exactly we have done in the last session. We went with the modern methods. There are 6 modern methods. 3 of the methods I have explained you in the previous session. Today I'm going to explain you 3 more. So first one we went was assessment center, then we went with the human resource accounting, and the last one here study, that is the last session we went with behavioral anchored rating scale, that is also called as the BARS. Now what exactly this assessment center is all about? Now when we go with this assessment center, it is way back in 1930, that is the German army are the one who went with assessment center, where they used to assess each and everything properly, carefully. Now in this 21st century, we don't go with the same assessment center which was used by the German troops, but we have tailored and we have polished more about the assessment center, and then we use it in the HR management. And then the second one here is human resource accounting. It is also called human resource cost accounting. That means how much the person is valuable for the company and how much the valuation he gives to the organization. So what happens here is from him how much benefit the organization is taking, and that will be calculated. That is what the human resource cost accounting is. And the last one is it's all depends on how a person's behavioral concept works in. That is each and every multiple behavioral aspect will be calculated and then he'll be appraised. So let's go with the next one here. When we go with the next one, we have management by objective. Actually it is given by a person called Peter F. Drucker. Then we have 360-degree appraisal, and the last one is computerized and web-based performance appraisal. So what exactly these management by objectives are? Then we have 360-degree appraisal and computerized and web appraisal is all about. So when we go with the MBO, management by objective, please understand, management by objective is the appraisal method where managers and employees together, they plan, they will analyze, they will act according to situation, they'll think what exactly they are supposed to do, they'll set a goal, they'll tell each and every person what exactly their role is, and then they'll accomplish it. That is what the management by objective is all about. Say you have the first one, that is they'll go with setting organizational objective, then they'll cascade the objective to employees. That means they'll communicate the each and every employee, whoever is in doing the organizational objective. Then they will monitor each and every person properly, whether they are doing it properly or not. Then evaluate the performance, saying that who is doing what. And last one is you reward for the performance if it is done. And again it goes with the same. So it is always like a continuous process where they understand each other and they'll have a kind of brotherhood feeling, and then they'll accomplish the goal. And here what exactly it is, that is the goal which will be, or the objective goal, or we can say objective will be done. So this is what management by objective is. I'll repeat here. Firstly, what is that? The manager and the employees, they'll set an organizational objective. Second, they will hire people whoever are supposed to be in that particular project, and they will tell each and every aspect from the first to the last what is that they are supposed to do. So clarity is here. They'll tell everything about that project. They'll start monitoring. So the manager is here. Now the manager is a person who will monitor whether everything is happening according to the plan or not. Then the manager will evaluate that who is performing what. So here what happens is rating is there. So how efficient that person is. So they go with the scales of this, that is excellent. Okay, that is the first one. Second is say very good. Third is good. Fourth is average. Okay, fifth is poor. So what happens here is these people, average and the poor, they get the training properly. If excellent, very good, good, now they will be rewarded according to the performance what they have done. That is what management by objective is all about. So after setting clear goal, managers and subordinates periodically discuss the progress made to control and debate on the feasibility of achieving those set of objectives. So always they'll go with one thing here, that is feasibility. What is it? Feasibility. Feasibility. So if feasibility is not there, they cannot achieve the objectives. So it should be feasible, that is easily it can be done by people. So when I say easily it can be done, in the sense it can be done or it cannot be done, that is what the feasibility concentration will be there. The next one we have here is, in this MBO itself, we have something called, they go with a technique, the managers, they go with a technique, and that technique is called SMART. S-M-A-R-T. So it is not about the hard work what you people do, it is a smart work which you are supposed to do. What is a smart work? In the sense, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time sensitivity. Now here, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time sensitivity. Now here, please understand, any work you do or any objective you make, you can use this in your day-to-day life. Objective. Say example, you want to crack CAT exams. CAT exams. If you go with these techniques, that is SMART, then you will understand that definitely one fine day you will be able to try this CAT, or you can actually crack this. How? Specific. You should be very specific that it is only the CAT exam, the common admission test, which you are focusing on. So you will not be focusing somewhere else. That is one thing. Next thing is measurable. You need to measure what exactly you are supposed to do, how exactly the exams are. So you should know each and everything about the entire examination. So measure. Achievable. Now you should actually see this achievability, realistic, and this art is there, no? This is actually a combination. Say example, now I have not started CAT examination. The next month itself, I have a CAT exam. Now, is it like achievable? Is it realistic? Is it time sensitive? Now, within 1 month, can I crack CAT? That is a question, right? That's the reason you should actually measure each and everything. You should be specific. You should take the sensitive time here. Then you go with realistic, and then achievability will actually happen. Say example, if I have 6 months, definitely yes. Now see, time sensitivity, 6 months. So in a day, how many hours I need to spend only for CAT exams? So all these things I need to calculate. If I go with that, now the performance appraisal, when I go with the performance appraisal method, it will definitely match the overreaching of organization goal with objective of employee effectively while validating objective using SMART method. So when I can get performance appraisal, if I go with SMART, definitely I can finish the CAT examination, or I can actually crack CAT examination if I go with the SMART approach. Next one after MBO we have is 360-degree appraisal. What is a 360-degree appraisal? So we all know that when we go with this 0 here, now this is what 180-degree. In the sense, we have the protractor. If you go with now the straight line, that is what 180-degree. But what exactly this 180-degree is? So this is what the 180-degree is here. Now what exactly 360? 360 is complete. So that means now performance appraisal is measured everywhere. So what it is, 360-degree feedback is a multi-dimensional performance appraisal method. What is it? Multi-dimensional it is. That evaluate an employee using feedback. Now what exactly the feedback will happen here? Now feedback from whom? From the subordinate to the superior. So it is like vice versa. It goes from the superior to the subordinate, or the subordinate to the superior. So it is like the vice versa. You can actually tilt the entire 360 degree. Now what happens? Here you have superior, here you have subordinate. So it goes with the feedback of the superior subordinate or the subordinate superior relation, that is whoever it is. Now collected from the employee circle to influence, namely managers, peers in the sense their colleagues, the customer, that is the client, the direct reports. Now everybody will actually contribute on the performance appraisal of a person. That means here you have customers, here you have managers, here you have your peers, that is your colleagues. That means everybody are there who will definitely go with the here also here. So this is what the 360 degree is all about. Now understand, this method will not only eliminate bias in the performance review, but also offers a clear understanding of an individual's competence. Now here, when you go with this competence of any individual, try to analyze this. Say if the manager is biased, but what happens to the feedback of subordinate and the superior? There is a lot of difference. Now what happens if the customers give a very different opinion? What happens if the peers give a different? Now what is it? It is the top management who will decide that whether who is telling the truth or not. Say example, if he is biased, but all are favoring this particular person, that means what? His feedback is wrong. So that is the reason 360 degree is used in many of the organizations where they go for the truth, but they'll never go for the false statements. Now, integral competence 360 degree, what exactly the internal competences we have? One is self-appraisal, that is, I know that what I am. Next is managerial reviews. Then we have peer reviews. Subordinates appraisal manager, that is, we call it as a SAM, subordinate appraisal manager. Next we have customer or client reviews. All these reviews will be taken, that is the feedbacks will be taken. That is why it is called what? 360 degree. 360 degree. Done. Now we have the next one, that is computerized and web. Understand what exactly this computerized and web. Now every time we are supposed to note that what exactly the appraisal should happen to each and every person. So we need to have a proper documentation about it. So in that documentation we will be going for each and every employee, and we're gonna write each and every employee the comment saying that positive, negative, strength, weakness, threats, all those things we'll be writing. Now here computerized and web based performance appraisal allows the managers to retain computerized employee notes. Combine these notes with a score, that is, he'll also go with a grading. What exactly it is? Now it can be what? It can be like 10 to 0. How exactly he is doing it? Say if you write somewhere in your notebook or somewhere in the papers, it will actually not there. So but here when you go with and make a formula of it, you can able to actually produce it when it comes to a performance appraisal. And then produce a written text to help the appraisal results. It is particularly useful for companies that have workers required to do computerized based job. So any computerized based job, what happens here is they'll go with computerized and the web performance appraisal. Usually a ranking committee consists of a direct boss, the employee, and 3 or 4 of the supervisors will be there in the computerized web performance appraisal. It is beneficial to use multiple raters. So meanwhile, in all the other things what we have seen is we have only 1 or 2 raters, but here what happens, you have multiple raters. That is, a person is there who will start rating whom? Rating the employees. Rating the employees. Now this can help to eradicate issues such as bias on a part of individual raters. Say there are 4 or 5 raters are there. 1, 2, 3, and we have a person called 4. Now what happens? All the 4 will have different opinion about one person. So there is no objection for bias. So that is what the thing it happens here. Now self-scoring of certain workers usually in accordance with the ranking of superiors. Now here what happens is whenever we go with computerized and web performance appraisal, we have multiple raters who will actually rate a person. So bias will not be a problem here. There will be no bias at all. And they'll start rating whom the superior also. That is how well that person is behaving. Accordingly also it will be done. So these are the modern methods of performance appraisal. Any doubt regarding this, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.